Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's at-home full body Pilates workout. In today's routine, we're going to be using a Pilates bar. It's a long bar with resistance bands and foot loops. We're going to be using the bar to get deep into those core muscles. You're going to be stretching, strengthening, and toning your entire body, abs, arms, glutes, and thighs. This workout does include a warm-up and a cool-down, so let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to place my bar off to the side of the mat for the warm-up. And we're just going to begin with some arm circles. So I'd like you to stand or kneel on your mat, facing one end of the mat, sitting up really nice and tall, stacking the vertebra one on top of the other. If you're stood, you're going to have your feet hip distance apart. We're going to circle the right arm back and then circle the left arm back. Circle the right arm back and the left arm, alternating sides, opening through the chest and moving with the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Reaching long through your fingers, keeping your chin parallel with the floor and the crown of your head elevated up toward the ceiling. For 2 and 1, nice work. Let's take both arms together for 4. Drawing your shoulder blades together as you circle down and back. And 2, opening through the chest. And last 1, nice work. Now we're going to take the hands behind the head. Elbows are nice and wide. Spine is stacked. We're going to go into some rotations here, keeping the hips facing forward. We're inhaling. And as we exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Good. And back to center. Inhale and exhale, twist to the left. Good. Keeping those hips facing forward, alternating sides. Inhale and exhale, rotating around the thoracic spine. Nicely done. Preparing the body for exercise by making sure that the spine is nice and mobile before we begin. 1 more each side. Really rotate as much as you can, keeping those elbows nice and wide. And last 1. And back to center. Amazing work. Now from here, plant your hands down on the mat, take the knees nice and wide, big toes come together. We're going to send the hips back, really lengthening through that tailbone. Inhale here, and then exhale, come forward, shoulders above the wrists. Inhale, shoot back, exhale, come forward. Shoot back and come forward. Now as you come forward, I want you to really plug your navel in towards your spine and broaden across your shoulders. For 3, lift abdominal wall. 2, nice broad shoulders. And 1. Nice work. From here, we're going to curl the toes, keep the knees nice and wide. Inhale here, and as we exhale, we're going to shoot forward into a full high plank, lifting abdominal wall. Lower the knees, stretch out through the tailbone, and come forward, creating a nice flat line with the body. Good. Make sure that those wrists are below the shoulders. As you come into your plank, you're drawing your belly button in towards your spine. Nice work. For 2. And last 1. We're going to come out and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees to the mat. And from here, we're just going to draw some circles out to the side with that right leg to mobilize the hip joints here. Gently activate those glutes as well by squeezing the side booty as you lift that knee up and around. For 3 and 2 and 1. Nice work. Let's switch sides. Circling that left leg. Getting as much mobility as possible as you bring that knee up and around. Good. Let's go 3. Lift that knee a bit higher. 2. Amazing work. And last 1. Really well done. Okay, from here, we're going to get into our workout. So we're going to bring the feet forward on the mat. And we're going to put the loops on the feet. Make sure that the loop is in the bottom of the foot so it's nice and secure, it doesn't slip off. Now from here, we're just gonna roll up the band to create more tension. If your resistance bands are a little bit shorter, you might not need to roll, but for me, I definitely do. Now from here, holding onto the band at the chest, I'm going to sink back into a C curve and then lift. Sink back into a C curve and pull belly to spine. Make any little adjustments you need to with the resistance. You can have your hands over the bar like this or under the bar like I have. So as you come back, I want you to tuck your tailbone, pull your navel in, inhale to come back, and exhale, pull belly to spine to lift back up to a straight spine. So inhale, curve back, exhale, come forward. Inhale, scoop belly in, and exhale to lift. Nice work. Lower, pull belly to spine and lift. So we're warming up the abdominal wall here. Don't worry about how far back you come. Just really focus on that core engagement as you breathe in through the nose and draw the navel in toward the spine to come back up. Good. Curve back and abs in to lift. Curve it back, belly to spine to lift. Amazing work. Now start challenging yourself by going back just a little bit further each time. If you can, hold for a split second and then draw it back up. Connecting that breath to that core engagement, keeping those shoulders down away from those ears. Good. Lower body is nice and stationary. Let's go 3, 2, go back a little further. Nice work. Last one, we're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, pull belly to spine, and 1. Nice work. Now from here, we're going to take our hands over the bar. So the right hand over and the left hand under. From here, we're going to curve back into our C shape. And as we do so, we're going to extend the right leg and twist from the waistline. So we're coming up, might need to adjust your resistance, and pull the right end of the bar down as you cross over to the right side, getting into those right obliques. Good. And up. And up. Good. Curve back and come up. As you straighten that leg, you're keeping your bum cheeks, both of your bum cheeks down on the mat, so you're not lifting up on that left side. You're curving to the side and getting deep into that waistline. Let's go 3, abs in for 2, twist a little further, and last 1, we're gonna hold it there in our C curve, and we're gonna lift and lower that right leg for 9, 8, abs in, 7, 6, 5, 4, you've got this, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down and come back up to a seated position. Stretch the spine here. Switch your hands so that the left hand is over, the right hand is under the bar. We're going to inhale here and exhale. Come into your C curve. Now bring the left tip down and extend left leg. Lift and repeat. Lift and repeat. Good. So bringing the tip of the bar down to the mat. Working into those obliques. Nice work. Keeping those hips evenly weighted. Don't rush it. Really make sure that you're rotating on the exhale and engaging the abdominal wall. Let's go 4. Twist a little bit more deeply for 3. Amazing work. 2. And last 1. Great. Now we're coming out, holding in that C curve with that rotation and lifting the left leg for 10, 9, 6, belly to spine, 5, 4, you can do it, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Roll yourself up to a seated position and just take a moment to sit up nice and tall, stretching the spine for 3 and 2 and 1. Amazing. From here, we're going to roll all the way down to the mat. You can use your bar to help you roll down with control. From this position, we're going to go into some heel taps. So I'm going to hold the bar at my chest. You have the option of taking it overhead as well, but I like to hold it here just to make sure I'm really stable in my hips, and you'll see why. So we're going to bring the legs into a tabletop position, flattening the low back onto the mat. Bar is secure across the chest. We're going to inhale, tap the right heel down to the mat, and exhale to lift. Inhale, tap the left heel, and exhale to lift, alternating sides. Good. Now you can either tap it right down or you can extend your leg out a little bit further for more of a challenge. Good. Bringing that heel down toward the mat, alternating sides. Feet are slightly flexed, lowering and lifting. Now, just for feeling here, if you want to try taking the band overhead as you do it, you can see that you're working into your shoulders here too, but it can be a little bit more challenging in terms of keeping yourself stable in the hips and stable in that lower body. So we really want to connect with those lower abdominals here, be focusing on lifting through the pelvic floor, and taking the band overhead could be something that you do as you go on and as you're more experienced with your Pilates bar. Good. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Really pull your belly button in tightly towards your spine as you bring that leg back to the starting position. Good work. We've got 4. Abs in for 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now from here, I'm going to extend my legs out long, really squeezing the thighs together, pointing through the toes, and we're going to go into some alternating leg lifts. Again, you can keep the bar at the chest or you can take it overhead. If you're ready for that additional challenge, we're going to lower one leg, pull belly to spine to lift, and then lower the opposite leg. So you're inhaling to lower, exhale, pull your core down toward the mat as you lift up. Good. Really controlling this movement, keeping the hips really nice and stable here. As you lower, hinging from the hip, and lift, using those lower abdominals to bring the leg back up. Amazing work. We've got 4, 3, abs in for 2, and final 1. Nicely done. Now, for a little bit more of a challenge here, we're going to turn our heels in toward each other, feet are splayed slightly out, and we're going to go into some little crossovers. So we're crossing one leg over the other, little cross legs, little crossovers in the air. Now you can stay here working on focusing, drawing your belly button in toward your spine as you work through these, or you can pick up your level of challenge slightly by bringing the legs down, keeping crossing as you do, and lifting head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, and then bringing the legs back up, lowering head, neck, and shoulders. So lowering, curling up into a crunch, crossing over as you do, keeping toes pointed, and then lift. Lower the legs, lift head, neck, and shoulders, hold it there, and then slowly make your way down to the mat as those legs come up, keeping tension on the bands, lengthening through those toes. Amazing work. Good. Again, if it's too much lifting head, neck, and shoulders, simply keep them down on the mat. And you don't need to lower your legs quite as low down toward the mat. Keep them up at a higher angle if you want a little less of a challenge. Last set, we're gonna come down and hold. Keep crossing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Both heels together, both legs up. Amazing work. Let's just bring the knees in toward the chest for a moment. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Great work. Okay, 2 more ab exercises and then we're gonna switch our focus onto our arms. So I'd like you to, again, either hold the bar overhead like so, or in at your chest like I'm doing. Legs are squeezing together. If it's too much with legs straight, you can have them gently bent. We're gonna lower both legs together, double leg lift, and lift it up. Lower, and pull your abdominal wall in as you lift. Lower, draw up through your pelvic floor. Lower, and lift. Inhale, abs in. Good. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum. Work those lower abs for 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna come up and we're gonna take hold of the bar in the hands, peel all the way up and hold. Arms and legs lengthening in opposite directions. Hold it here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, drawing your navel down, in through the nose and out through the mouth. 3 more breaths like this. Give it resistance, pull against the arms and the legs. Inhale and exhale, abs in, and last breath. Amazing work. Such good work with that abdominal series. We're now going to switch onto those arms. So I'd like you to roll yourself up to a seated position. I'm going to find the center of my mat, and we're just going to begin by stretching the legs out long and rolling up the cords a little bit on the bar so that we have more resistance and more tension. Again, this can be adjusted as you go. Now, if you're finding that sitting in this position, you're really slumping in your lower back, you can bend your knees. Otherwise, try to sit up, stacking your vertebra one on top of the other. You're gonna want quite a lot of tension for this one, so I'm really shortening the bands. I'm gonna sit up with my chin parallel with the floor, gaze is straight ahead, crown of the head lifting toward the ceiling. Palms are facing up, nice tight grip on the bar. We're gonna inhale here. And as we exhale, we're gonna pull those elbows back and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let the elbows come forward. Exhale, pull them back for 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Inhale and exhale. Now, as you pull those elbows back, I want you to make sure that you're not sort of arching your spine. You're keeping your spine nice and long and neutral. Good. Holding for that 3-second rep and then releasing. Good. 2, 3, and bring it back. Now I want you to really zip up and tighten through your core as you do so as well. Amazing. Pulling those elbows back, trying to pull them back behind you as far as you can. Really working into those upper back muscles here, all the muscles that support good posture. Amazing. Last 2 sets. 3, 2, 1. Sit up a little taller if you can. And last set, we're gonna hold it here and pulse those elbows back. Little pulses here. Good. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now from here, I'm gonna bend my knees. So your knees might already be bent. We're going to, again, play around with our resistance, make it right for you. We're going into some bicep curls here. So again, sitting up nice and tall, elbows are locked in toward the side of the body. We're gonna bring the bar toward the chest and then lower. So it's not a full bicep curl, it's kind of a half bicep curl. So you're really keeping the tension on those arms the entire time using the resistance of the bar, the bands. Good. Lower. Try not to let those elbows unlock from the side of your body. Try to keep that tension on the biceps as you bring the bar toward the chest on the exhale, and then lower on the inhale. Great work. Amazing. We've got 7, 6, 5. Again, you're squeezing and holding in for a split second and then lowering. For 3, and 2, and 1. Let's pulse. Hold it here. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Now we're going to unroll the resistance on the bar so that we can take the bar overhead. I'm going to grip on, holding the bar overhead. Knees are bent, spine is stacked. We're inhaling here, and as we exhale, we're just going to pull the bar slightly back, tightening the resistance. Good. Come forward and then pull back. Whew. Tough on those shoulders. Keep those arms nice and straight. Core is engaged. Working that stability, working that control. Try not to lean back in the spine. Good. We've got 5, 4, shoulders on fire, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now, you can move to a standing position if you want. I'm going to do this next exercise down on my knees because it works with the length of my resistance bands. I'm going to take the bar overhead, deep inhale here, and exhale, push the bar up toward the ceiling. Lower and push up. Lower and push up. Again, holding for a second at the top of the lift. Tightening your abdominal wall in towards your spine, keeping your chin parallel with the floor. Really sort of eliminating that rest down at the bottom. You're just bending your elbows and then pushing right back up. Good. Let's go 7, 6, push up. Give it a lot of energy. 5, 4, 3, drive your bar up toward the ceiling. For 2, and last 1. Now we're gonna hold it here and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top and relax it down. Amazing work. You can lower your bar down to the mat for a moment. Whew, I'm really sweating. And let's just roll out the arms. Just shrugging away tension in those shoulders before we move down to the mat and target the lower body. You can look from side to side, just stretching the neck for 3, and 2, and 1. Amazing. Okay, so my loops are still on my feet. If yours have shifted, you can readjust. I'm gonna place the bar down on the mat, and I'm gonna place my hands on the bar to keep it secure. We're gonna be targeting this right side first, and then we're gonna move over to the left side, coming out on a diagonal. So make sure you've got space beside you on your left side. So we want our knees below our hips, belly plugged in toward the spine. We're going to extend the right leg out long, lift and lower, keeping the hips square with the mat. Lift and lower, lift and lower. So use the resistance of the band to really get deep into those glutes here, focusing mind muscle connection on firing in the right glutes. Be really careful here of your low back. You kind of have to work against the band resistance to keep good form here. So it's extra challenging. Good. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bring the knee back in. Now I'm going to bring my forearms down to the mat. This is optional. You can stay up on your hands if you want, but I actually find having my hands over the bar kind of hurts my wrists a little bit, so I like to limit the time that I'm spending in that position. So from here, I'm going to flex my right foot, and we're going to kick out through the right heel. Flex, kick out. Keep the foot flexed as you bring the knee in, and then drive out through that heel. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears here, neck is nice and long. Let's go. 5, push out through that heel. 4, you got this. 3, nice full extension. 2, and final 1, hold it here. We're gonna pulse up for 10, 9, 8, plug belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Lower that knee down to the mat. Now, coming back into the all fours, we're going to set ourselves up here by lowering just the right forearm down onto the floor. Keep it in line with the bar. I've got it just below the bar so the bar doesn't shift, and I've got my left hand on the bar. From here, I'm going to extend my left leg out on a diagonal, pointing through the toe, and we're going to lift and lower, tapping the toe down to the mat. Keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. For 7, 6, lift a bit higher. 5, cinching in the waistline as you lift and lower. 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top of the lift. We're going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, lift an inch higher, last 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Sink back into a child's pose, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Amazing work on that side. I'm going to come over and do the other side now. So coming down, make any little adjustments that you need to here. Super sweaty. And I'm going to place my hands down on the bar, and we're going to switch our focus to the left glutes. So we're going to be working the left gluteus maximus muscle here. We just worked the gluteus medius muscle on that left side. We're going to extend the left leg out long and lift and lower. Squeezing left glutes, keeping hips square with the mat. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Now lower your forearms down to the mat or keep yourself up in the position we were just in. We're going to flex the foot and extend, kick out. Bring it in and extend. Drive out through left heel. Amazing work. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, relax your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Elevate back up. Reposition your shoulders down away from your ears. Drop your left forearm. Secure the bar with your right hand and extend your right leg out on a diagonal. Point through the toes and lift and lower. Working into the waistline, working into the side booty and thighs for 6, 5, 4, 3, belly to spine, 2, and 1. Hold it there. First 10 pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, lift a bit higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee down and sink back into your child's pose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nicely done. Now, final couple of exercises. We're gonna do them in bridge. So I'd like you to shorten your bands, use the bar, and roll your way down to the mat with control. Now we want the bar to be sat on our hips for this. So make it as short as you need to. I'm gonna plant my feet down onto the floor. Legs are hip distance apart, and we want our heels below our knees. From here, tilt your tailbone back and peel up into a bridge. You might need to loosen or tighten your resistance as you go. From here, we're going to lift the right leg and lower, lift the left leg and lower. Now, keeping the bar in your hips is a reminder to keep those hips level, so we don't want to be rocking from side to side in the hips. Lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. As you exhale, I also want you to tighten your core. Make sure you're keeping that tailbone tucked so you're not hurting your lower back as you shift from side to side, supporting yourself on the single leg that's down, on that foot, driving up through the heel, working into that back body. For 4, 3, abs in, 2, and 1. We're gonna lower the right foot and lift the left leg. Now flex the foot, lower, lift, lower, lift. Keeping those hips evenly weighted or evenly balanced rather. Good. Lowering and lifting, pressing up through right heel for 4, 3, 2, amazing work, and 1, and lower down. Take a little breather. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And peel back up, tuck your tailbone, transfer weight into your left foot, lift your right leg, and lower and lift that flexed foot. Good. Make sure that your hips are both lifted. For 7, 6, drive up through that heel. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Lower down to the mat. Inhale here and exhale. Roll yourself up. I'm going to take the loops off my feet. And from this position, I'm going to roll over, hooking the bar under the feet. If that's too intense, you can just fold over and hold on to your calves or your ankles. But if you want a really nice deep back body stretch here, pull your toes towards your shins and use the bar to really deepen the stretch. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Fold a little bit more deeply into your stretch for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get this out of the way. We are done with it, thank goodness. It was really challenging. Let's finish off with a couple more stretches. So we're going to come into a plank. We're gonna fold the right leg under the body. And then just roll down onto the mat. Keep that back leg really nice and straight out behind you. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Nicely done. Plant your hands down on the mat, back into plank. Fold your opposite leg under your body. And just enjoy that opening in the hip, the stretching in the glutes, and that nice relaxing breath. Breathing in through the nose and slowly exhaling through the mouth. Amazing. Bring yourself up into a seated position. You can have your legs crossed or you can be kneeling, whatever is more comfortable. And we're just going to take the right arm across the body, stretching out the shoulders. Shoulder. Applying a little bit more pressure to the back of the arm if that feels good. For 3 and 2 and 1, release. And cross your left arm over your body. Applying that little bit of pressure just to deepen the stretch. And release. Drop your left hand onto the floor. Reach up and across with your right hand, stretching and lengthening through the side body, keeping the chest nice and open. Reach a bit further, and then lower right hand down and stretch and lengthen through that left side. Reach, reach, reach. And bring it up. Let's lift our shoulders up by our ears and roll them back for 2. And final 1. Amazing work. Thank you so much for moving through those exercises with me. They were challenging but effective. I hope you're feeling strong and well stretched, and I look forward to moving again with you next time. Bye.